Well, it's very true that these days, due to focus of various, you know, things, people think that everything can be done via YouTube or just doing cheating work or say from Google search, even artificial intelligence, and they become engineers. Well, there is a difference between things, and when people are taught several things, then what happens is that they tend to utilize those things. Main thing is this. So in the utilization of resources, any graduate or anybody, you can say from countries like Canada, UK, those who have grown in their years as a technician, then progressed to a diploma engineer, or then got a degree engineer, and they have been trying to maintain those things in their life, and they're using those things, using their education also, as well as their techniques in their life, and becoming things which can go along. Unfortunately, many people from Nepal have also asked why they, being a graduate engineer, are not getting more opportunities. Well, I'll tell you very straight. Unfortunately, what happened these days is there were World War and children were born after World War. You can see that those people who were born after the World War did not maintain the ethics of humanity with those who were born before the World War. I hope you understand that those people who were born, I think they are called bomb generation between 1940 to 1960 or 1940 to 1965. Those people have taken a different stance on uh, maintaining their children and maintaining the society. Previously, the society was not bad. Previously, those who were born before 1940 tend to maintain those things and maintain the children as well as their grandchildren. But unfortunately, what happened during this World War period, after the two World Wars, or during the period of 1940 to 1965, we see people who had their children did not took their life seriously, neither they took the life of their children seriously. I see in Nepal the similar things. I see many people who are born during the years 1940 to 1965 are not giving any chance to make their children better. Maybe in Nepal, but this is also similar in many other countries, say for South Africa, Zimbabwe, even UK, I say America, everywhere, those people who were born between 1940 to 1965, in any country of the world, mostly, including China. Unfortunately, China is also there, but they are trying to make a culture out of their children. I see the Chinese society more in the good way than I see for the other societies who are maintaining their children. I have very good friends in China, and those friends tell me that they have been very much looked after by their parents and their grandparents. They have been provided many facilities, but they have also sacrificed their work to give the next generation a chance. They're giving the next generation a chance because they want their nation to progress. Those people who do not want their nation to progress, they neither let go of their jobs, neither they retire, they stick on their job, and neither they let other people take a chance. Coming into the context of present Indian scenario, you can say the much more better these days, because we see our honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, giving various chances to new chief ministers. So it is bringing new things into the society. The society becomes progressive when people give chance to other people. When people stick on their stand, I have seen one Arora who is working in Nepal, and all his projects fail. He is from, maybe he is from India or any other place. Very straightforward. All his projects fail, and but unduly those people who are from Nepal again go to that particular person and ask for more. So it is becoming like a syndicate, and the syndicate does not work properly because you are not allowing other people any chance. Once you are allowing other people opportunities, those who have been educated for the purpose of progressive of your society, only then the society moves forward. Otherwise, it will be sticking always. There may be no progress in the society, neither the progress in the nation, and the no, it will become a standstill, like an adamant cow. You can do anything, but the adamant cow does not change its stand. It stands where it is standing. Similarly, so many nations, they do not give chance to the new people, and the new people are ten backward. So today the topic is, what do the engineers do? Unfortunately, this question was asked by a person who has been an engineer for more than 50 years, unfortunately. And this question I have to explain, make a proper video, because he retired from the government, got a job in Nepal, and from Nepal he has asked me this question: what do engineers do? What is the roles of various engineers? He asked me that he is an engineer, he is an electrical engineer, but he has open told me that he only reads some books or from internet. So I have to explain these things to you. Very straightforward. I'm not telling anything different, but I hope people living in Nepal will gain from this, and people from other countries will also gain from this, because nobody knows what the engineers do, what they have been taught. So first of all, let me tell you, there are various uh, things which engineers do in various projects. Like, a chemical engineer is to optimize the design and process of fuel combustion, emission control, and chemical treatment. Now, the role of electrical engineer is to design electrical system and components for power generation, transmission, and distribution. This is the role of an electrical engineer. Unfortunately, design of electrical system and components for power generation, transmission, and distribution, this goes to architect, which is a India-based architect or a Nepal-based architect. I don't know why people give design of electrical system and components for power generation, transmission, and distribution to architects. I have no idea. Then again, what is the role of a mechanical engineer, say in power plant? Mechanical engineer design and maintain machinery and equipment, including turbines, generators, and pump. The setting up of turbine, generator, and pump is done by a mechanical engineer, and he is to maintain the machinery and equipment, including everything. He is responsible for material selection. He is responsible for structural design or thermal analysis. He is designed for the equipment maintenance. He may also be responsible for the survey and the activities which is responsible for survey and the laying down of the power plant in whole. In combination to this, which most of the people think is done by civil engineers, unfortunately, the maintenance of the survey machines and the survey equipment and the survey things, everything is done in the USA and many countries in the Western European countries by the mechanical engineer. Then what is the responsibility of a civil engineer? Now, here is the context. Civil engineer plays a certain role. He is not the boss. If you make a civil engineer a boss, you may lose your project. I see various projects in which civil engineers are made project manager, which is a responsibility of a industrial engineer. I'll come a little later what industrial engineer do. But why do you think that a civil engineer is a super engineer? Civil engineering branch is particularly a branch for civil works. Civil work means the design of foundations, structures, and ensure structural integrity and safety. They are basically need to design what the foundation is, what the type of material they have to use, and how much the safety will come according to their structure, as well as the geotechnical engineering and project management. Project management for a civil engineer is a context only for a certain set of criteria. Civil engineers and architects are not the bosses for any project, be it be roads, be it be electrical, be it be railways, be it be marine, be it be buildings. But unfortunately, due to that generation, which was born in 1940 to 1965, they have, due to media and publicity, they think that civil engineers are super engineers and architects are their gods. So it is upon them, they can make anything, but in general, what happens is that the society does not get forward, it moves backwards, and the progress is also in a haphazard manner. There is not no progress in which you are not taking the context of the work which is person has been trained and the person has been made to do particular kind of work. When a chemical engineer does a fuel emission and control of chemical treatments, how can he do design of foundation and structures? This is a very simple thing. See, if you are being trained to draw on a paper and then that those drawings you can scan, how, and you have not been trained on drawing on a AI system on a computer, can you do directly on a AI? This is my question. Okay, then again, the roles of in rail network, again, mechanical engineer design and maintains the rolling stock, which is nothing but the iron works and locomotives and carriages. Means the design of a locomotive, which is the railway engineer, and locomotives and the carriages. They again do the material selection, structural design, and maintenance bonding. Unfortunately, I have seen in India that the civil engineer do design of a locomotive, or they copy paste from different websites and try to make themselves mechanical engineers. Mechanical engineer has a different set of mind for which he has been trained. If a civil engineer, which I see in various parts of India, trying to do everything and no other engineering branch getting responsible, why not make civil engineer a common branch instead of making engineering the whole amount of thing? That is why many people suffer, and those people who are unable to understand, born between 1940 to 1965, they again do not understand even if you try to make any sort of things and uh, give them a chance to make things better. Then on a rail network, what does the electrical engineer do? Electrical engineer designs and maintains the signaling systems, electrification and control system. Means in Japan, electrical engineers, and in China, electrical engineers have designed very uh, high speed rail network, and electrical engineers have also made the locomotive and rail network possible. But in India, I see only civil. Unfortunately, this is the way it goes in India. What an industrial engineer plays in this railway network? Railway network, an industrial engineer integrate various components and systems for a seamless rail operations. Means the industrial engineers take the part of integrating everything into a whole, and the industrial engineer has to make the full responsibility, parts of responsibility from electrical, from mechanical, and yes, of course, from part of responsibility from transportation and civil engineer, who make give them records, and the industrial engineer integrates those records and system, and then makes the railway engine, which is maybe high speed or low speed according to the data provided to him. They are data analytics and data integrators those who integrate various components and systems for a seamless railway operations. The system design, integration, and project coordination and project management is the part of the industrial engineering. Then again, what is the role of, this is my last, uh, what I think, my last understanding, to keep you update that what is the role of an industrial engineer besides a electrical or civil or a mechanical or a chemical or any other branches, because this was also asked by a person from Nepal who does not understand what is the work done by an industrial engineer, because there are hardly any industrial engineer. They are almost 40% industrial engineer in China and Japan as well. They work very good in countries like USA and other countries, but unfortunately, it is not possible for them to work in India or Nepal. So I have to explain these things. I hope that the person who is watching right now, please don't mind, sir, but I will try and explain these things. Industrial engineers play a vital role in optimizing processes, improving efficiency, and enhancing overall productivity in the context of power plant, roads, rail networks, malls, and highways. So they have all the responsibility in as a coordination, and they are coordination of enhancing overall productivity, integrating everything, and in the context of power plant and roads and rail networks, as well as high rise buildings, malls, or any infrastructure project. Keep in mind that the process optimization, so that the things integrate and make the things in a speedily manner, is done by industrial engineers. Process optimization, to optimize various process within the system or the project, identifying bottlenecks, removing those bottlenecks, bringing all the other branches together, and to enhance the overall productivity of the project. Then they also do cost estimations. Cost estimation is in different processes, aiding budgeting and resource allocation for construction maintenance of every project. Safety implementation. Industrial engineers focus on implementing safety measures and protocols to ensure a secure working environment, especially in high risk projects. They have the responsibility on implementing safety measures, protocols, coordinating, and making sure that the process is smooth and, goes risk free. So these are the responsibility. Well, there are in general main roles played is like project coordinator, project manager, contracts managers, or survey engineer, or risk manager, or safety engineer, or productivity engineer. Even industrial engineers were previously cost engineers, because the education on the theory basis was given to make cost sheet and cost and works allocation. So the main responsibility in the previous era was make the estimation sheets and uh, make cost and estimation sheet. That was the responsibility. Thank you. And the last of my stance in this segment is, what should the common engineering factors, uh, like in a common, what does the engineers should do? Engineers should do data analysis. They analyze the data which they have gathered from various reports, various impact, feasibility, and consequences report to reduce the risk. Continuous improvement. They lead continuous improvement in initiatives, implementing lean methodology, giving quality assurance and approach to enhance the overall system performance. Quality being a main factor, the role of quality is to reduce the risk and enhance the human factors in engineering. It is not that the role of quality is to give a quality to your project. The quality can reduce your risk. There is a risk management which is reduced by giving proper treatment and advice, along with the implementation which is done by the engineers. Okay, now the human factors. and designing workspaces, processes that consider the ergonomic principles is done by the industrial engineer as well as all other branches of engineering, because they take into account the workspaces, the processes that consider ergonomic principle and enhance worker safety. They give more productivity and they bring more efficiency to the project so that it becomes more effective. Say, for example, a hydropower plant which could save you $1 billion in the turbine, which or even $1 million in turbine is done by coordinating all the branches, mostly by the industrial engineering, and putting the quality points. The association of quality and engineering comes together because you get a proper way of doing things when you bring quality into this work. Quality is not the thing that you are buying a particular kind of gold, 22 karat gold or 24 karat gold. That is a different product. But if you take into account the engineering systems and the engineering quality, it is done by coordination of various things and various work. So, lastly, I have to say that all the engineers and every branch contributes significantly to overall efficiency, safety, and productivity of the project in various power plants, roads, industrial, rail, and building projects. Their skills in optimization of project management and process improvement make them integral to success in all these industries. I hope that this is very clear that if you are bringing particular types of engineer, if you are loading people in your project with a particular branch only, then your project and that thing will not be a success. A recent attack on the parliament, Indian parliament, says that not enough engineers or not enough branches of engineers were there who could have stopped this, and no risk management was taken into account. So unfortunately, the safety point of view, especially in any building, power plant, infrastructure, rail, road, if you're not bringing different types of engineers, then your project will never be a success. That's a very true case. Anybody who is building or making things, they need to coordinate various branches to make their project a success. Thank you for watching and thank you for your time and patience.